Greeting, friends. How are you today, tonight, or this morning, this afternoon, whatever it is? Hope you're all doing good. Today was an interesting day. It was my brother's birthday. We had all our friends over, and I haven't seen them in a long time, but it was so refreshing. We ended up talking a lot about politics and what's going on in the world, but now everything's really, really scummy, and everything's really bad and corrupt. But in doing so, it was invigorating to see and discuss the positives of Gen Z and our generation standing up. Like how Gen Z recently overthrew the government in Nepal, and how they're also Gen Z starting to do that in Palestine and also in Mexico with the younger generation standing up. And how a lot of stuff with this specific file that we all know about in America is being pushed continuously and relentless by our generation to release the files and documents. And it's very encouraging when there is a lot going wrong, but our generation is doing something right. And a lot of stuff I've been seeing on the internet too, making fun of left wing or right wing. I've been seeing a lot of comments like, "We're not each other's enemies. We've seen the files. We know who the enemy is. It's not one another," which makes me so happy because I've been preaching for years that we need to stop segregating ourselves. We're pushing left and right so bad. That's how North Korea and South Korea became, because the parties separated. Similar, different but similar. And I think that happened a lot of places. And Abraham Lincoln warned about that, and he threatened to literally like disband America and bomb it if we didn't get along. And no one's making us get along. But because of these files, we are, which is amazing. It's obviously not amazing what happened, but it happened, and it's coming to light, and we're being relentless in receiving the information. And that is very good. And also, that one CIA guy going around, the whistleblower, that's big news because he's been around for a very, very long time. But he's like a meme now, and it's coming out, and people are like, this is actual stuff the CIA did. It's actually happening. And there's more and more awareness, and our generation, our young generation, is seeing it, and we're starting to do something. And it's huge. And I'm very proud of us. And I think it's going to get bigger. And I think a lot of it will start with getting off screens, social media specifically. They were made, it's propaganda 24/7, and they were made to sedate us. It is a literal drug of our choice to keep us sedated because we have no dopamine or anything. We don't feel like we can do anything. And a big part of that is from screens, in my opinion. And I've talked to some others, and they agree. And I believe that, and it's very encouraging to see others along. I have a good friend, and I've talked to him about it, and he kind of used to disagree, but I just saw him for the first time in a long time, and he said he's like constantly off his phone now. He's never on it, and the government recently has been trying to ban a lot of books, and he said he went and he bought all the books they're trying to ban, and he's been reading them. Like, he's been really reading and getting out the devices, and he's not the only one. A lot of people feel the same, and it's good to see because we rely on these, and it's sedating us so we don't feel like we can do anything, and we don't have the dopamine to do anything. We don't have the energy to do anything because we're addicted. We're genuinely addicted. And a lot of the people who are already overthrew the government, they have tight restrictions on social media. There's not a lot. They're not as addicted to like we are in America. But it's very encouraging to see things changing. Tides are shifting. It's uplifting. It makes me want to stay off screens though, even more. Which you keep saying, but I keep not staying on screens. But I really, really want to get off my phone. I really never want to take my phone with me anywhere. I want a flip phone with a removable battery. And honestly, I kind of feel uncomfortable, like, around phones recently. Makes me feel sketch, because who's listening? Or being recorded, Is that being sold? Is my information all being sold? I know it is on Facebook. I know it is on Instagram. And Discord keeps track of it. And on Roblox, they're gonna force everyone to age verify. And it was just exposed that the app they're using to verify age is keeping track of like your government name, your IP address, all of that is very, very concerning, honestly. You know, because if I would revolt, not saying I'm going to, but like they would have my address and everything, which is discouraging. But I'm excited to see tides shifting and our generation starting to stand up against the big bads, not against one another, because we need to be united in America, but against the government who has done wrong. Capitalism is great. It's the best system we have. But we have runaway capitalism. Because capitalism is good when kept in check. And we had laws to keep it in check. But now we have corrupt governors, people in power, who have been paid off. And this is just fact. And it's run away because of that. And instead of boycotting companies like Apple and Instagram and Facebook, we are now reliant on them. So we can't boycott them. So we have allowed our system to ruin us, which is unacceptable. So what are we gonna do? Me personally, I don't know what to do. I want to stay off my phone. I want to start using a digital camera, not my phone camera more. I'm gonna build a PC and get off Windows. I have that PC, but that one is the graphics cards relying on Windows. I have a parts for a new one. Get Linux, stay off Windows. Stuff like that. And go for the open source rather than the big companies. I'm only one person, so I can't do enough. But I don't know. If enough people boycott, that's all we need. Enough people boycotting. So, anyways, it's encouraging though to see this young generation standing up and trying to make a change and doing stuff differently. It fills me with vigor. So, I'm going to bed now. I got college early in the morning. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're chasing your New Year's resolutions, your dreams, your goals. You better, because they won't chase you. God bless y'all. God loves y'all. I love y'all. Hopefully, maybe I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.